Week 3 overview for EDU 524, Coping with Stress and Violence. I'm starting this week on the announcement page. Two items I'd like to bring to your attention. The first is that in grading the first week discussion boards, I noticed some common mistakes, so I'm going to review them here. I've posted an image from Purdue OWL, which gives you the basic format for citing a book. And the part I want to call to your attention is about the title of the work. So let's start at the beginning. You start with the author's last name and a comma, initial period, give the year of publication in parentheses, period. Note that the title of the work is in italics. And this is the detail. Give the title of the work in italics and then capitalize the first word of the title and also capital letter for the subtitle. These are the only words that you're going to capitalize unless there is a proper name, like California. Otherwise, the only words that are capitalized are the first word and a capital letter for the subtitle. This is different than standard English, where when we write the title of something, we capitalize all the important words. Something I wanted to call to your attention, it's sort of a habit and easy to miss, but it is appropriate to use only this convention. Finally, remember to give the location with a colon and then the publisher with a period. The second announcement I have is pretty self-explanatory. From time to time, I notice a related news item that is connected to the topic of our course, and I like to share them. This is not an assignment. I just invite you to browse this posting. It's a soundbite, or you can read it from NPR, and it talks about school shooting data and how it's reported. I found it really interesting. Now let's go to week 3 and review. This week our topics are effective schools, characteristics of high and low risk children or youth, and risk factors and dropout rates. And a reminder that your tasks are always summarized in a list in a gray box at the top of the week. This week's learning outcomes include identify specific symptoms and signs commonly exhibited by children who are experiencing stress and or violence as a result of substance and physical abuse, family and cultural norms and expectations, times of transition, the effects of poverty, mental and physical health issues, gender roles, peer pressure, dropout rates, gang activity or association, bullying, death or loss, and negative effects of media to include social media. Describe the role of parents, guardians, teachers, and other school personnel when students exhibit signs of stress and or violence. Discover varied methods and resources available to teachers as they endeavor to support students and families dealing with the effect of stress and violence. And design appropriate cultural and grade level strategies for helping students cope with stress and or stressors in the classroom. The Christian message is optional and it is listed here if you choose to participate. And this week's readings include chapters 5 and 6 of the McWhorter text, as well as watching a video that you can access by clicking on this link. This week's discussion board includes 2 topics. The first is effective schools. Research a scholarly journal article, which is no more than 10 years old, about effective schools. Post the correct APA citation for the article and write a brief summary regarding the findings found within the writing. Here is a hint. Do review the appropriate APA formatting for a citation of an article The issues with the way that you list a title are very similar to how they are for a book, which I just reviewed. Think particularly about the capitalization of words. The second discussion board is about at-risk students. Please reflect on the experiences you have had with low-risk and/or high-risk students within your time thus far. How do the 5 C's of competency fit with these youth and the at-risk category that they fall under? You can use first names or feel free to use a pseudonym. And finally, a look ahead. You have a research paper assignment. You signed up for a topic on a previous discussion board post. Keep in mind that it is due on Sunday the 30th. To access the description of the assignment, click on the link. It's worth 40 points. And on Sunday the 16th, the first part of your resource finder assignment is due. And you can look at the description by clicking on that link. That's the week 3 overview. Please feel free to contact me if you have any questions.